I don't know.
That also comes up in the Stephen King book 11/22/63 because he's gone to the past. The way he's chosen to make money is through gambling, but he wins too much, and they come after him.
What is he doing it in like underground illegal circles?
There's nowhere. He's East Coast. There's nothing else to do.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought there were always states that had.
I don't know. Atlantic City was legal through my whole life.
It was the 60s.
This was the 60s. Yeah, so I'm not sure when it became legal.
Yeah, okay. He's having to deal with like semi-nefarious, like back alley gambling establishments as he goes.
Well, and that's a terrible place to win too much.
That would be a fun like to have all that information and to be the luckiest man in the world. Like you'd not only want to win your bets, but you'd want to start like a program where you taught people to win their bets and just bullshit it. You got to believe. You got to see it. You just make it up. It doesn't matter. You know what's going to happen. You got to tell them how to analyze teams and pretend like there's like game theory and statisticians working for you, but really you just got the almanac.
Yeah, really you just have an answer sheet.
If you could do it with stocks, they'd let you keep going.
Yeah, if you had the stock,
and you would have been way richer.
You could do all sorts of insane things. You could buy low and sell high, and you could mess with futures any number of ways to just make insane amounts of money and become a fucking trillionaire.
Are there maxes in gambling? Like if Elon Musk was like, I want to put $5 billion on the Florida Panthers to, win this series and win the Stanley Cup this year, would like casinos take that, or would they be like, oh no, maximum is a million, 2 million, whatever the number is?
Sports gambling's weird because they're like, it seems to be a bit of a science, and you do see really big bets, like $500,000, $1 million bets on prize fights and stuff go down. But when someone like Dana White wants to go there and play blackjack for like $50,000 or $100,000 a hand, they're often in like special side away private VIP rooms where certain casinos will take that action and certain won't. Like Phil Ivey, famous Texas Hold'em player, is one of the best. I think he's the best Texas Hold'em player in the world. Mm-hmm. I always thought he was. He was just incredibly accomplished. And
he's a black guy, right?
Black guy. He always has his mouth open. He's the one that Polk was talking about when he was on a month or so ago, who took all those Chinese casinos for, it was 9 or 12 million because they were card edging or whatever you call it. Like there was a particular brand of poker cards that were misprinted in a way that you could memorize the backs of them and know what was there. And so he would go to the casino and he'd say, look, I want to play, I think it's Baccarat, but I could be wrong. I want to play Mahjong or whatever the fucking game is. I want to play this game with this deck. I want a private room. I want 3 private dealers who can sub in and sub out. I want champagne here. I want the green M&Ms. This is Lucy. She's my partner. She plays with me. I bank. She bets. By the way, she's an expert at reading the cards. Like he's brought in someone who's like, he's good at it, but it's all she does. And he took them for like tens of millions, like 9 or 12, 20 million, something crazy. They actually won a court settlement against him, and they started garnishing his World Series of Poker winnings, and like they're getting their money back from him. So now he only plays in like this other, I say now, I don't follow it like super closely, but now I only see him playing in like these Asian tournaments and cash games. Like he's not in the like a American scene. It's definitely not cheating if you ask me, because
that seems crazy that they won against him because they made a mistake with the cards.
He told them to pick those cards, and those were like legit cards, but he had found a secret about that card that they didn't know. He didn't go and it's what some people will actually do, like, and you've seen this, they'll mark the cards that they're currently playing with, so that if they see that card over by you, they know that's an ace, and they know you have an ace, which is a huge amount of information in a game where each player has 2 cards.
Well, that's obviously cheating, but it doesn't seem like what this guy did, which was just exploiting a mistake. That's not cheating. That's on the fucking casino. That's ridiculous.
I would feel cheated though. Like if I lost to him and then I found out he knew what my cards were the whole time, I would.
Well, he's
feel
playing against
cheated.
the house. There's no like player. It's all against the.
I follow,
casino.
but I'm just trying to apply like the same morality. Like it's easy to root for the individual over the company because that's my like
Sure.
a knee-jerk reaction too. But if I try to think about what's right versus wrong, forgetting the fact that one's a person and one's a corporation, to say you have to play with what's basically a marked deck and I know it and you don't, and then I beat you for, what would you say, tens of millions of dollars?
Yeah, it was like 12 mil, something like that. Let me see.
It feels like he cheated. And I know it's a corporation, but cheating's cheating.
Baccarat, by the way, 9.6 mil. In 2012, him and his partner Chang Yen Sun won $9.6 million playing baccarat at the Borgata Casino in Atlantic City, and that was just one of his like nights. Like, you got to keep in mind, like he was doing this everywhere that would do that.
Isn't baccarat one of the simpler games?
I only know how to play Texas Hold'em. I'm not qualified to talk about it. Even blackjack, I don't know how to play at a higher than just silly tourist level. Hold'em's the only thing I know even a little bit about. And other poker-based games, like a stud and draw in Omaha, I know a little. Same.
Which one is the one where you get 5?
Stud. Or
what is
5-card draw is also.
Okay, I should have known that. But like, what amongst poker pros, what do they see as like the game that best elucidates your skill? Because I know I've seen like enough Magnus Carlsen shit where apparently in the chess world it's like classic chess. Like classical style chess is where you really separate the men from the boys. It's not speed chess. It's like where you are using your entire brain with plenty of time to analyze and think. And, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, you're not pressed. And so they see that as like the ultimate clash.
I think they would say there are these tournaments. First of all, it would be a tournament that is high stakes. So it would be $10,000 to $50,000 entry fee. So you get real people who are playing in a serious way. But then they play a mixed game, and they mix Texas Hold'em, Omaha, and a couple other games. I think it's 4 different games, and it rotates. I think that's probably the most difficult discipline of poker, and you would imagine that the people who are best at that are probably best at poker, period. But the most popular game has always been Texas Hold'em, and I think that's where it makes a lot of sense for people to put their time into Texas Hold'em, because if you're going – the real money isn't to be had necessarily winning tournaments and cash games, unless you legitimately are the best player in the world or one of those best players in the world. But those sponsorship deals, that's the way. When you're not paying your entry fees anymore, when your losses are being covered and you're getting paid a salary because you're directing gamblers to whatever website. Like, when that was going on, that's when those people were getting actually rich. Like, plenty of people win $10 million in a tournament every year. Like people, they track people's career earnings, and you can see whether they're up or down online. For example, there are guys who have gone on $16 million losing streaks, and it's like, he's just done. But the guys that were shuffling people toward, they get sponsorship money was the thing. I don't know I know it's not as big as it once was. I'm sure YouTube poker players probably do pretty well in that regard, but until they open the U.S. up and like make it legal again, I don't know if they're going to have another boom like that. It was a huge industry. I don't remember how much money was the online poker industry was worth, but I thought it was billions. It was crazy. Everybody was playing in the early 2000s. We were all obsessed. Everybody knew was obsessed. Like my bosses played, my coworkers played. Like, everyone was into it.
Do you think if they made the laws surrounding it more lax, it would return to that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If they just made it so that all 50 states could just log into a FDIC sort of guaranteed, insured kind of gambling website where you didn't know you were getting ripped off and you could always have your money protected. You didn't have to deal with like the Bahamas or some offline account or some sketchy bullshit or using Amazon cards to move your money or whatever. And then you also allowed like advertising for that gambling. It would just create a cycle of money. Like people would watch people play online and on TV, and those people would go online and play, and then it would just go round and round forever. It's a huge industry.
Are we a weird country? Like, is this totally legal in like Europe and other places, or is it? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I really
think of poker as such an American thing. I've never thought about that before. Like, maybe that's just Hollywood influencing me.
Well, it's weird the way we we legislate around gambling anyway because we have state lotteries. It's perfectly fine to bet on the horses, but you can't bet on the football game unless you're in this state. Then you absolutely can, but not that football. That's European football. You can't bet on that here. Yeah, it's just like it's this wishy-washy bullshit. Not only that, obviously there's Indian casinos, and then there's places like Las Vegas and Atlantic City and Reno. Well, it's the whole state of Nevada, right? But there's also like riverboat casinos. There's also casinos where
we got those.
In Missouri. And then there's also like offshore casinos where we just drive 3 miles offshore and now we can gamble out here. It's like just do it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Make a decision. Either make it so it's totally illegal or make it so it's totally legal.
I want Sin City America. I want legalized prostitution, legalized marijuana, legalized machine guns, legalized gambling, all that stuff. It should be like Grand Theft Auto when you walk out. That's it's like kindergarten graduation. It's like, what are we doing here? Even me at kindergarten, I'm like, did anybody not make it?
Oh my, same thing. I remember my kindergarten graduation and being like, but after this, like the school begins, like first grade. Like I'm graduating. What am I graduating from? I thought there was going to be during kindergarten graduation. I imagined there was going to be a graduation at the end of every year. And I was already at age 5, like this is going to be tedious.
Like you're 5 and it's like, congratulations. Now do this for like triple what you've been alive. Get started.
Yeah. Now you have to sit here and watch boring shit and learn boring things from a disinterested teacher.
Man, one thing I remember about kindergarten is people would have birthday parties, right? And there'd be a cake, and usually there was some like parents involved and such. And every once in a while, the birthday boy or girl would be too shy and just like couldn't handle everyone looking at them, everyone like, and I'm in my kindergarten head, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, what are you doing? It's your birthday. You just sit there. Well, this isn't hard. And then when my birthday rolled around, I hid behind the piano so people would stop looking at me.
Oh, I shouldn't have mocked them.
I didn't say it. I only thought it, but I was like, oh, this is where they all were. My friend Brendan, who always had boogers, was like behind the piano trying to talk me out.
That's so funny how you remember shit like that. I remember there was this kid named Dalton, and he played on my soccer team when I was like 5. And my dad played soccer in college, and so he like would step in and like do the coaching for us at a young age sometimes. And I just remember him being like, Taylor, because Dalton didn't go to our school, but he still played on the team. He's like, hey, go say hi to Dalton. And like this kid was like already running up to me, and I've never seen more boogers on a face than this kid's first impression. Like not a hanger, like full just boogers all over him. And to this day, when I think about that kid who I have not seen in 25 years, I'm like, oh, Dalton, the booger kid, the kid that was covered in booger. I remember this one girl when I was in, and I think this is a common experience in grade school. Maybe we've even touched on it, but you would just be sitting there, and I was never this kid, but you'd be sitting there in class doing your little like multiplication tables, and then some kid 2 desks away would just and just like throw up all over their paper. And I always was like, what the fuck is going on? like I never once, maybe just iron stomach since I was a kid, but you could, give me, I'm going to drink my milk. Then I'm going to pilfer a second milk. And then my buddy on Adderall, he's going to give me his milk and his lunch. And I'm going to eat my lunch and his lunch and the milks. I did this for years. And like I would go and just sit back and just be
eating the lunch.
Stop eating it. No, it was actually a good thing. He begged me to eat it, and I was more than happy to oblige. But yeah, I never threw up. But there was like one girl in class I can remember. I think Ashley was her name. The same girl in 6th grade who I kind of winged a hockey puck at her in gym. Yeah, she just vomited all over her desk.
I never threw up. I think school would be different if we took the current version of you, right? Like a fully developed adult who's smart, and put you in that body. Like, would you manage to get yourself into the teacher's lounge drinking coffee at 5 years old?
I don't think they'd let me. I was like a bit of a kind of a smart ass as a young kid. And so I probably would just get more in trouble because I'd be like, I would know internally that none of this mattered that early. And so
we're going to all test well enough in a kindergarten test that they're going to get us the fuck out of that school right away. You're gonna have a conversation with the teacher where they realize right away you're like an adult inside of a 5-year-old, and they're gonna get you out of there and send you somewhere else. You're gonna say, "Excuse me, ma'am, I don't want to waste your time." I think this is maybe something a bit more advanced. I was thinking, and then like throw out whatever you remember about a few advanced subjects. Like they're gonna get you right the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah.
But that's the stupid move, because then they find the class that you fit in, and all of a sudden you're the middle of the row again.
Right.
They'll bump you up to like some college courses, and you're like, shit, I don't remember this. Now you're learning again at a normal human rate. You don't want that. Maybe less than normal.
Wouldn't you want to fake clairvoyance a little bit? Like I'd go in at like age 10 and talk to my 5th grade teacher and be like, I have a bad feeling something's going to happen in New York today. And then boom, 9/11.
No, I think solving 9/11 would be my end goal. If you send me back, like I've got to convince people that I either can see the future or that I have just tell them the truth, that I've lived another life, and convince them of that with my predictions. Because I remember enough about the 90s that I could convince you with a little, like I'd be like, look, there's about to be a big thing with Bill Clinton. You ever heard of someone called Monica Lewinsky? No? Get ready. Here, actually, I have some writings here. See if any of this pans out next month. Like 97 is going to be wild, dude.
You won't be calling my OJ prediction a fluke soon.
Nope.
Yeah.
You ever hear of something called Y2K? You will. Give it 3 years. Like I feel like
that's not a difficult one to predict.
It is. No, but no one knew
guys,
you're given this 1 in a billion supernatural opportunity, and you blow it on predicting the year.
No, but no one knew about the computer vulnerability because of the 2-digit.
Kyle, 6 years from now, it's going to be 2030.
This kid's either a loon or a genius. We'll see.
Oh wait, do you put us? It depends what we're talking about here. I was imagining putting my current brain in my childhood body.
Yeah,
and then going from there.
About.
Yeah, I was imagining there being some time travel in this as well.
If I go back in time, I am
on TV.
I think I maybe keep it to myself or just my inner family, and we play the stock market. It's not hard to ride IBM until Microsoft, until Cisco, until Apple.
Bitcoin.
That's all you need to know. Oh, Bitcoin's a good one too.
Bitcoin and Ethereum. You just jump on a couple of the coins that
go from Apple to NVIDIA.
Are those the only 4 you think you'd need?
You only need Bitcoin.
I would get
IBM to.
Well, the problem with Bitcoin is you don't make any money till you're in your 30s.
Okay, but it's a lot of money. It's like turnkey. You take your money. You could buy early on. You could buy them for fractions of a penny, and then they turn into 50, 60,000 a couple years ago, and you pop out. Then it's pretty. It crazy.
Is a lot of money. I'm not denying that. Just I don't like the timing of it.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times Cisco doubled, but a lot. It's a lot of money too.
Yeah. And you'd want a lot of money to put into the Bitcoin. You don't want to be a 1 billionaire. Like, go ahead and be 100 billionaire, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
And it's not hard to do. You just need a few thousand Bitcoin.
What conspiracy is that behind you? Or is that just...
All of them.
All of them. Well done.
We're together. Yeah, we got the Kennedy assassination next to the Loch Ness Monster. There was a birthday girl sticker that you can't see that on the camera, that I stole from a girl at a bar one time. What do we got? The execution of Joan of Arc. We got aliens.
All connected.
Bell Helicopter Company. It all ties together. It's really quite simple.
I was watching that show that Kyle recommended, JFK, Stephen King. What is it?
11/22/63.
2263.
Oh.
And I'm like getting annoyed watching it because I'm imagining all the fun stuff that you could do if you could go back from 2016 to the 60s. Like, it's almost a foregone conclusion that old man is like, I'm obsessed with JFK because I'm a boomer. You need to go back and save JFK. I would have been like, shut up, old man. You just showed me a ticket to the past. I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to have a good old time. They
go
say
back to 1964. You could say the N-word, no consequences.
No consequences. Key to the city. That's what they But you could go back. I was thinking, like, man, he like went through and was like, money's going to be tight. No, it's not. No, it can't possibly be tight. Go to Vegas, place some sports bets or whatever. Just do that for one weekend when you're there. Don't go to some, because what he does is he goes to some shithole like small town like betting area and then cleans them out, and then they're angry. And then every time he fucks up, it's already established. He could just go back through and be like, this is a wash. Redo this. And he doesn't. I would have brought entire books written after 1960 back with me in like manuscript form. I would have been like a polymath. I would have been the best author of all time. I wrote Game of Thrones. Then they would hate me for never finishing it. Like I could take credit for so many things. I could invest in everything. Like it would be sick. And this guy's just fiddle fucking around doing a goofy job with some random loser he found trying to stop JFK from getting killed. Come on. Is that
a little different? The book's a little different. He gambles more using he's got like a sports almanac. He mostly bets on like boxing matches because he can say who wins in what round by knockout, stuff like that. You really like up your odds when you do that. And he gets in trouble with the mob and they start like chasing him. It becomes a problem. He wins so much money in the book. And then he's also like, he's always got a little mission. Like he saves a few people who had been hurt. There was that
one book or a series?
One book, one really big book.
I mean,
I like the book better.
I would rather, there's so many things I would do before I got around to the JFK shit in the 60s. Number one,
invest in Microsoft and then wait 30, 40 years. That investment will pay right off.
You invest in it before it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
What was the big
invest in
company?
Bell Helicopters. It's
that is pre-Vietnam. Yeah, that's what Lady Bird Johnson did. Invested in Bell Helicopter before the Vietnam War and then became a multimillionaire off of it. That's crazy.
Really?
That's a good idea.
I bet she, I bet she knew something was coming.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Maybe some pillow talk.
Yeah. Her husband killed somebody for it.
Yeah.
so much liquid in my belly.
I know. That's what I was just thinking the same thing. I'm already so full.
Just so full and bloated.
I ate way too much today. But that will help over time. Yeah, I'm breathing a little heavy, but that's fine. But I keep thinking like, all right, people are going to mellow out. But then I see Kyle crack another one. That's like, I am not going to let you beat me. I can't. You know what we should do after this?
Yourself. Keep poisoning yourself faster than me. Everyone will be blown away. Yeah, keep it up.
Oh, don't do that. You're being a shitty kid on the playground right now. As soon as you start to lose, we're like, I actually don't care.
I haven't started to lose. I haven't begun to lose. I might.
You haven't even begun to lose.
You're all on the same number.
Let me tell you this, Kyle. You're like Helen Keller at an orgy. You don't know who you're fucking with.
All hands.
All hands. Yeah, probably.
That's funny. You don't know who you're fucking. Poor Helen Keller.
Oh, imagine the noises she would make.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just like there's deaf people today. Oh, actually, that would be worse though, because deaf people could like read the face of someone if they say something in a weird way, and they'll be like, "Oh, I must have like expressed that weirdly." She couldn't even see that, and so yeah, it must have been bananas. Do you think she died a virgin or she fucked?
Surely she fucked.
I mean,
it's easy for girls to lose their virginity, right? She could have if she wanted to.
Yeah, but like, is there any way to do that that's not effectively rape?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, fucking Helen Keller. That's very rapey.
Like, there's no way to tell it. Kyle, you're muted. There's no way to like communicate, because unless the only person who could sign in her palm was that
I got
crazy.
Just go like this, right? And if she gives you one of these, you're on the same page.
You think that's what the sign is?
Yeah. Just like, and now we know what she's going for.
Zach, show me what Helen Keller looked like. I never cared before.
Oh, it's I don't want to bully her. I don't want to bully her, but she's not a looker.
I was gonna say there's no way she was hot.
You don't want to bully her. You made your name on that shit.
Say, aren't you prime Helen Keller denier?
You're like the number one Helen hater.
I did pick that off. That's a feather in my cap.
I mean, she's not gorgeous, but she's not die a virgin ugly.
Can we get a young Helen Keller? Can we get a young Helen Keller? Like 25
She's
Helen
12
Keller.
there.
That would be unfortunate. That's the best I've ever seen her. Usually she's like one eye on the prize, looking ridiculous.
Oh, it's not the only pearl necklace that chick likes.
Well, she wouldn't even know what it was. If like
she's like, hot.
you immediately get up afterward and just go watch TV. Like
Jesus Christ!
It's loud.
No Helen t-shirts. We sell anti-Helen Keller merch. I didn't even know.
Dude, that's the most common recurring bit from the show that people reference to me on social media and whatnot all the time. Is every time there's a story of like someone being like Helen Keller was a fraud, or it's like on Black Twitter and they'll be like they really be saying she wasn't retarded. And everyone's like, you started this. And it's like, well, I can't take credit for that. There were a lot of brilliant people that led up to me being able to make that video.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
On the shoulders of giants. Kyle, you're muted again.
I wasn't talking to you.
You were talking into the mic.
The mic's in my mouth. I'm talking to that person.
Oh, okay. Tell her hi. Or is it
hey? Taylor says, hey.
Today Duclans, tomorrow snowballs. Where does it
say
end?
this? Like, I often, when I see them have a problem with them shooting the kids throwing the rocks, I'm like, why are they still throwing the rocks though? You know what I mean? It's like it'd almost be like if there was an electric fence on the border that kept killing Mexicans, and it's like, yeah, that is kind of fucked. But why do they think it's Jurassic Park?
I saw a video,
and they can just.
I saw a video. Obviously, listen. Sometimes they just kill a kid. But I've seen a video where the parent was like taking their kid and pushing them to do it, to throw it. Yeah, and the soldiers were like laughing, and the soldier just like gave the kid a high five. And I know it's not always like that, but sometimes like they had a martyr fund set up where it was if you were to kill a Jewish person in a suicide bombing, they would give your family money for every person killed.
Yeah, good people on both sides.
But if the aliens came, you're like, dude, you don't know how we move on this planet.
That's what I'm saying.
We're like throwing our kids at you.
You ever hear that Little Dicky rap where it's something like that? It's like if you ever think about if the aliens came down, would they just dominate us, or would they be like Earth goes hard? And it's like I think Earth goes hard. I really do. Like they would have to be some Klingons or something that came down from like a warrior race. We're like, yeah, you're our fourth planet this fucking decade. You would need some shit like that, I think, to rock our world, because we're too hardcore about it. And if I'm being honest, I think it's just the United States going to be carrying the heavy load. I can't imagine any of the other. I feel like we let Europe fall. Maybe we just give them Europe. I think that's the move. The Middle East.
We're so mad that we didn't let every other country like catch up.
Oh, fuck that.
Like, damn, dude, we could have been building this whole time.
All right, so that's one of my conspiracy theories that I'm a little bit into. Like I'm a little bit into the conspiracy theory. So I heard this recent theory about what aliens are, or like UFOs, or like the crafts that we see and stuff, or people supposedly see. And they've suggested that it's time travelers, that it's like future humans coming back, and they're in like a time machine that like moves around and does crazy shit and disappears and stuff. And for whatever reason they're coming back. I kind of like that idea, and with that idea you don't need the bonkers craziness of aliens. You just need the like theoretically possible time travel thing to be real. And then you're able to like sort of believe in like a Roswell scenario where maybe one of those time machines crashed, and the US has had that shit for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and we've been backwards engineering it, and that's why we're like always a step or two ahead of everybody else. That's why we got Velcro and iPhones and shit.
We had a couple ginormous leaps in technology throughout our existence. I mean, like World War I was on horses, and then World War II was we have a bomb that can blow up a country.
Dude, they went from Wright brothers to the moon in like 57 years or something.
Is that it?
It's rough, something like that. I think that maybe they flew in. Oh, I don't know. Is it 1901 or was it So maybe it was 66 years. It's less than 70. It's like crazy. They went, and you got to keep in mind, like I remember there was this newspaper clipping about flying and how man won't fly for the next 10,000 years. It'll be 10,000 years before man learns to fly. And they're talking about the weight ratios and the materials and stuff. They flew like 5 years later at Kitty Hawk. And
what
then
about the train one?
And then 60 years after that, there's people on the goddamn moon. Like that's such a crazy advancement.
I love that North Carolina gets credit for like inventing flight.
First in flight, baby. It's on your
First in
license plate.
flight. It's on the license
Yep.
plates. This is where the first flight happened. It's that, dude. North Carolina's contribution to like manned flight is a beach with good winds.
Yep.
They came from Ohio to fly their planes here.
But we have Wilbur and Orville Redenbacher to thank. So
That's
yes.
that's
Yeah.
that's the popcorn. Popcorn guy.
no, I'm positive.
They're the same people.
It's the same people.
Yeah, it was the same guy. When he wasn't flying around, he came up with the tastiest mass.
That's when Americans could do anything they wanted. They could become popcorn magnates and invent the.
Have you seen the commercials with him? Like because it was bad. Like Orville Redenbacher was so long ago that it was before like marketing firms existed, and so he's like I make a delicious popped corn. I should go on television and tell people about my delicious gourmet popping corn. And then it's just like him in a commercial, and he's like, well, it's just popcorn, but it's quite good, It's just like no giant claims, just eat my popcorn. Cool guy. Shout out Wilbur.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a
Orville
good.
Redenbacher.
Does anyone do that now? I can't think of anyone who's like, I
don't think so.
It's just popcorn. Like
He looks like a pedophilic Colonel Sanders.
Don't you rip on him. He was just popping corns.
Dude, I don't care what you say. That guy likes him young.
No. He likes young kernels for a fresh pop.
Oh,
He likes
that
it
guy-
fresh, Taylor.
oh,
If he
Invented
was
it.
alive today, he would be doing fan art of sucking off aliens on Twitter.
dude.
You should look at animated pornography of furries, and while you're doing it, enjoy a bowl of gourmet popcorn. Jack off with a bowl of Orville Redenbacher popcorn. That would, I don't see why you're hating on Orville. Kyle, he doesn't look like a pedophile.
I just seemed like a fun take to have, I guess. Just like the man
He's a
who-
pedophile.
yeah.
What does
yeah.
a pedophile look like?
That guy, I guess.
They usually have like a fake red army vest, big mustache, mirrored sunglasses, like a wig that you can't tell if it's really expensive or really cheap. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd start describing what one of us is wearing, but then I realized me and Harley have the most boring outfit.
I'm hoping that one of y'all,
the three of us.
dude, I'm hoping that one of y'all show up as the man himself for Halloween.
My fingers.
Today's episode: fucking aliens, killing aliens, fucking humans, and killing humans.
See, that's why the aliens are so perfect, and why like I have no mercy for the aliens, right? I hope they have a god that I can make fun of and like
Bug
not
people.
You can do anything you want to an alien. There's no laws. Like if the aliens came down and like we were winning the war handily, and I just had like a bunch of alien slave hoes, and I'm like leading them around like a chain gang of
the memes
like,
would be crazy. The
yeah,
memes
they're all
on Twitter
caked
would be
up.
Crazy if we were
Yeah, they're
winning
all
a war against
everyone.
aliens.
They're all caked up. I got a
you're
chain
a big
gang of
old
alien
world,
pussy. Like I just got them in the
We
background. all
got
crying in a
slurs. We're
bamboo
all like
cage.
slurs we're allowed to use because
Do
we
you
all
let 'em-
hate the aliens.
Do you let them cover their tits, but it's like with like a rag that shows under boob?
They don't get to wear anything. No,
Hell yeah.
they're all. I'm imagining the aliens is
Now,
like
this is honor.
they're like they look like Puerto Ricans, but they have lizard tails. That's what I imagine the aliens have.
No,
They're all like a bunch of J-Los, but with like lizard tails.
lizard tails.
They're,
Okay,
like, super caked up.
They're like hot babes with green lips and green nips.
No, they
Oh,
gotta be
green
weirder
lips.
than that. So because
Oh,
I don't
no,
want
I wouldn't
everybody to be
agree.
into it. I want it to be kind of a fetish. I want it to be like most people aren't into the alien chicks because they got some weird anatomy, or like maybe they're gooey in a weird way. Maybe if you like fuck one too hard, it just explodes into like it pops like a balloon. Like you just,
They
she just like,
fart and shit when they're horny.
It just spills
Oh.
and ruins your mattress. Man, that would be
Every-
traumatic.
Every
Dude, all
pump is
those
just like a
dudes into
fart
shit.
spray out their nipples every time
Oh.
you pump them.
all right, well, I don't like that. I don't want no skunk pussy.
Now you're not into the
You
fetish.
have to get them descented.
Yeah, you should degland them like they do
Yeah.
to cats.
That's what I do. There'd be no law against it either. You could execute them in the street. You could have a whole reality show where you like made them fight to the death, or you put them in like weird like a hamster cage. but
And it's
for
like, dude,
aliens.
they came here. They were trying to kill us. They have like, look at all the
There'd be
the
hippies
writings
though.
and
You
stuff.
know there'd be fucking hippies.
But
There'd
I'm
be, like,
trying to make the
alien
argument to them.
protectionally-
I'm like, dude, they literally had scriptures specifically written about your wife. They were going to enslave your wife. So
Yep.
it's a problem now that Kyle enslaved 8 of them.
yeah.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I'm not going to bat for you.
I could
here. This is
enslave 80 of
crazy.
them if they're murderous.
No, I like that a lot. I wish we had like a rate, because then we wouldn't worry about Palestine or Israel or Ukraine or Russia. We'd all just focus on like
Dude, we still don't worry
getting a
about
caked up
it.
lizard pussy like slave and like
Yeah.
slaying out, just slaying out.
Caked
Imagine
up
if it-
lizard pussy slave is a great T-shirt you guys should sell. By the way, 10% off.
All right. So what I'm picturing,
Mm.
if you want to throw up a
Imagine the
graphic,
people that wear
you
that.
want to throw up some accompaniment here, Zach. I'm picturing the mom from the dinosaurs. It wasn't a cartoon. It's from the 90s, like 93.
Not the mama.
Not the mama. So
Yeah.
it was like animatronic, like people in suits, the dinosaurs. I'm picturing the mom. She's like a Dilophosaurus or something, but like real caked up. Real
You
caked
know what's
up.
crazy?
The mom from
You know
Dinosaur.
what's crazy about that show? Bring it back. You watch that back.
Human face.
I watched that back, and I was like, oh, I think they're black. Like I think it's a black
Oh.
family,
You think-
and I
oh,
didn't
the
realize
dad
that.
does-
Then. Dude,
Yeah.
look, and wait till you look at the son also has like cornrows. And
Yeah,
like
you're right,
I
black.
looked at it back and I'm like, oh, I brought it back. I'm like, a lot of their stuff is talking about like how hard it is being a dinosaur, but it's kind of like coded
Yeah,
a
he's
bit.
look at the dad here. He's got those black eyebrows.
Yeah.
He
Or
doesn't,
like,
have,
yeah.
he doesn't have eyebrows.
But like where the eyebrows would be, pull up the sun. Get the
Nobody.
sun there from dinosaurs.
He's got horrid teeth.
Somebody
He needs some whitening strips.
Yeah.
This show was crazy back in the day when I
You
was,
know how
like,
the show
fucking
ended?
The
No.
Ice Age.
No.
The
With
finale,
with
the
a
finale of the
meteor.
show is the meteor destroying the earth
Yeah.
and killing them all.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, there it is. No, he has a mohawk. He has a
I
mohawk.
hated the aesthetic of this show so much that when it came on and I was a kid, I would turn it off.
Mm.
The baby on the show was like a cultural thing, like the not the
It
mama.
was like
not the
Baby
mama.
Yoda.
Have you
I
seen-
highly recommend that.
Have you seen About Time?
Remind me what it's about.
It's really, really good, but I'm not sure it'd be good to you. It's this dude. He's maybe 21 years old, something like that. And the movie starts off. He's like awkward at a party, and then his dad says, "Hey, you turned 21. It's about time I let you in the family secret. All the men in this family can travel through time." And he's like, "What? This is a joke." He's like, No. All the men in this family can travel through time. Just go to a quiet room, clench your fists really tight, and you can only go back in time to your life. So you can't go kill Hitler or bang Cleopatra. You can just go to a point in your life that you'd like to do better. And he goes into a closet and he relives the party scene I just talked about. This all happens in the first like 5 minutes in the movie. And instead of being this awkward guy that knocked over the punch bowl and shook a girl's hand as they counted down on New Year's Eve, this
Mhm.
time he dodges the punch bowl and kisses the girl. And he's like, whoa, this can be good. And then you get to see him live his life with like retries. And there's some
Raping
shit,
every day.
there's some shit that like you can't undo.
A monster.
So like he had a baby. He absolutely loved his baby. This is the thing. This is like what he really wants. And then he goes back in time to like fix another thing. And when he moves forward again, it's not the same baby. And they're like, yeah. Some of these events are like, I don't know what to call them, tentpole events where you can't go back past that one. And I'll stop there.
There's better baby.
But it made me cry repeatedly. I'm a movie
I don't need
system.
that. I don't.
Oh,
cry.
dude, it was.
God damn.
It was.
Reminds me of Click.
It's so good.
I bet I know how this movie ends because I've seen a Rick and Morty episode that's a little bit similar. I bet at the end he loses it all. At the end, he has to go all the way back to that fucking party again, and he loses the girl for her own good, doesn't he?
I'm not gonna say.
in the Rick and Morty episode, Rick gives Morty this little click button that lets him like jump back in time. It's like he can make a moment. He's like, all right, pause here, and whatever happens next, I can go back to this moment. He can create a save point basically.
Okay.
And like he falls in love, has this amazing relationship. This is the woman of his dreams. They have a plane crash in the Andes. Everybody's cannibalizing each other. Morty walks out to safety, but the girl dies, and like so he goes back. He's like, let me just start this all over again, and he fucks up. It like fumbles and like double clicks it, and he loses it all forever. He can never go back. He loses the girl completely, like ruins the whole thing, and then it's just sad at the end. But your movie, I'm guessing, is a romantic comedy based on.
It is a rom-com, which is why I was hesitant about suggesting it to our
alpha audience, but
All you alphas out there.
yeah, all you alphas watching Painkiller already to the very, very end. But it's so good. I think Taylor would like it. About Time. It moved me.
About Time.
I thought at first it was going to be that
I
Justin
hated
Timberlake
that.
movie where everybody's currency is time. Like you can basically transfer someone's lifetime to your like watch or whatever, and like the guy says like, I don't know, 300 years, and someone's like, oh, you must come from time, because time is like currency now. Like he tips somebody 2 weeks of time. It's like it's how long you get to live.
And poor people have like 100 days. I'm sorry, 100 hours to live, and they're just like day-to-daying it all the time, like working a shift to get 24 more hours.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, that was a good movie too.
Poor Justin Timberlake. He's had a rough couple of years. Britney Spears wrote that book, said he had a little dick. Then he had that DUI. Then had that DUI problem. All bleary-eyed, and then he's bleary-eyed again at the concert. So he's clearly doing drugs again. And then they went to lower him in from some sort of a fucking like harness, and it showed that his dick is in fact quite small. It's just like,
Really?
Oh,
like,
poor
God damn.
Justin.
It's what you know how like those climbing harnesses really ride up in your crotch, and like whatever you got is put on display.
Mhm.
And there wasn't a lot to display, and they're giving him a hard time. And it's like, come on, he came into his concert from the sky, and thought everybody was gonna think he was cool. And now everybody's just saying he got a little dick. And it's just
Oh
like,
man,
poor
so
JT.
nobody even remembered how cool the descent was.
No, poor JT.
Big shout out to JT.
Look at that.
Oh well,
Zach, quick with the JT peen.
dude, show that picture. That poor guy. That's not a dick. That's
Show that picture. This poor
Yeah.
guy. Pull that picture.
Look, there'd been a
up.
little
Yeah.
shrink. He was nervous. He was coming in on a fucking harness. Okay,
that's not a dick. That's a pee-pee.
Hey, he's
That's
got a little
brutal.
that's a little camel toe there. You leave him alone.
Oh, Justin, what were you thinking?
Glitter dick.
did he try it on beforehand? Like what? Like
Not
why?
with his full weight.
Not with his full
You-
weight.
you
How
wanna
else?
come in
How else would you
sitting on
try
it.
on a climbing harness?
I would sit in their side saddle. Like remember when Miley Cyrus came in on that wrecking ball, and she's kind of like like perched up there. Like that's how you sit on something classy.
You know what I would do? I would let them
Not
descend
the
a rope, and I would have it be like very deft. That one hand was like strapped to the rope, but other than that, it would
Oh.
look like I was just holding myself up by my strength.
Okay.
And so it'd be like a Tarzan descent.
Like
And so they'd be like, that guy's
nonchalantly.
holding, that guy's singing and he's dropping. But really, like behind the rope, my arm is strapped to it.
I would
come in like-
slide a stunt dick in my pants, right?
And
You know,
make
the
it seem
Woody's
like I've actually
hanging
been
down 14 inches. Must have been 12 inches around. Yeah.
It looked absurd. All the 11-year-old girls in the audience were horrified. Or whoever his fucking demo is, probably older than that now.
Did we talk about it on the Hangout or on PKN about when the guy paramotored into the Holyfield fight that time? Maybe that was last PKA. Maybe it was. Yeah.
I think we did.
I know
yeah.
Fan Man though.
Because I
Oh
knew
my
of
God.
it because I knew the
Okay.
Simpsons reference. Yeah.
But basically, I think the modern arrow is going to maintain its speed for longer. It's going to decelerate more slowly, and also the broadheads and the field points of modern arrows are just going to be better. They're just going to be a harder,
Sure.
sharper steel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of these old ones weren't even fully steel. It was like pig
Oh, they're
iron.
shooting steel. No, that was a whole industry for making those arrowheads. I watched this great documentary about all the different arrowheads the British used. And it's like, this one is for armor and this one is for flesh. And, obviously the flesh one is wide and barbed and the one for armor is
Isn't-
skinny, long, elongated, and sharpened.
The British were so much better than every other civilization at archery for so long.
It was
Like,
cultural.
In war, yeah, it was a cultural thing, and that's why they loved it and they were good at it. Like being an archer in some
It would be a common thing to do in
civilizations-
your backyard with your boys. It would be a common thing for your sons to be like running around with their little bows, like from an early age. And then pre-industrialization, they sort of industrialized the making of fletchings and arrows and arrowheads. Like it was a skill that lots of people had and trained at.
Yeah.
And then the archer himself was as close to like a professional soldier as existed in that time period, maybe because you mostly had peasant armies, but to be an archer required skills
Yeah,
and
you had to be a
talents
pro.
and training, and you had to be strong as fuck because those bows were 100 pounds to pull back, and we're talking about skinny, malnourished Englishmen, not, you know, like you can pull 100 pounds back with a bow, no problem. Like it's
Yeah.
you'd be like, like it's
I'm much
not that
fatter than
hard.
the average Englishman in the year 1580.
all three of us can, you know, like it's not an impossible feat, but it's definitely like if you handed a 100-pound bow to like the average accountant, he cannot draw that motherfucker.
Dude, 100-pound bow for the overwhelming majority of people today is an impossibility.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I
all three of us lift weights regularly and have for years. Of course, we can pull it back. Like the average person doesn't lift weights or exercise or anything.
There's some technique to it too. I don't know anything about longbow shooting. I've never done it, but you know, it's a push-pull motion. You know, when you're drawing one of those things.
Push with the left hand, pull with the right. Yeah,
sure.
And then you see their skeletons where they dig them up, and it's like, this is the skeleton of an archer. Look at how enormously overdeveloped his bone structure is on the right pull side of his body. Like this guy was walking around like this with his shoulders like at different heights because of how developed one side of his body was, always contracting. It's really cool.
We live in such a wonderful time. I know like politics and the world can seem a little ugly sometimes, but my God, imagine being like rounded up to go fight the French.
My God. A life before aspartame? Don't even talk to me. Like, I need my Sprite Zeros. I need my Diet Cokes.
Like meat on your table would be a rarity that might happen 4 or 5 times a year, or occasionally when a pig got slaughtered. And you're malnourished, you're filthy, and you're as poor as you're basically a slave to the feudal system. They didn't call them slaves, but every like peasant was basically a slave. You worked for a lord or lady, and they didn't pay cash.
Yeah,
and they round you up to go fight the French in a hand-to-hand melee. Oh my God, I'm so afraid of a real knife fight where we get to be on equal grounds. The idea of a real sword fight, charging into those lines, and get poked and prodded, and knowing there's no medicine, so the tiniest scratch is probably going to get gangrenous. What a nightmare!
I watch.
I mean, we have inconveniences now.
We do, yeah. Sometimes they don't bring you the correct allotment of soda when you order it on the internet.
I said friendly and arc raiders, dude.
This is just as bad as Agincourt.
Yeah, Agincourt, dude. I watch Top Gear, and it's funny because it's a British show, and this is like from the year like 2007 or something. The episode I'm watching, and like Jeremy Clarkson is like giving guff to like a French guest about like the Battle of Agincourt, like hundreds of years ago. And it's like, it just reaffirms that shit where it's like, yeah, in America, 100 miles is a short distance. In Europe, 100 years is a short time. And it's I got cool. A movie for you. They just this, like, if you're some Chinese guy and you see a picture of 10 Frenchmen and 10 Brits, he's going to be like, what you talk about? That 10 white people. Like but like to them, they're like, you despicable frog eating pieces of shit. We beat you. And then the French will fire back like, oh yeah, well, how did that battle go 80 years later? Oh, how did that go? How did you repel Napoleon? No? Like they like talk shit, and that's cool. Like that's cool history, like in action, and that the memory is long in a place like
the
Europe.
Buildings are old. I think it's neat. I think it's neat to walk around and you're like, shit, like this bar is from 1645.
Yeah,
like, bro.
Japan has.
They have like they'll be flippant about things older than anything on our continent. Right? They'll be like, oh, this is called Old Jimmy's, made in 1480. Pretty shithole place. Don't
Dude,
like
that's
it.
older
like,
than our rocks.
Yeah, like, it is. It's older than everything. It's like, oh yeah, we don't have anything that old on this continent because the Indians made everything out of like fucking leaves. Like, so it just didn't stick around.
They found stone burial mounds. Before we change topics, like, have you seen the movie The King? It's about King Henry and the Battle of Agincourt.
The Netflix thing? Was that a movie? Was that what we're talking about?
It's on Netflix, but it is a movie starring Timothy Chalamet and Robert Pattinson.
I haven't seen that. Is it
about King Henry invading France? And
maybe 5 years old.
Yeah,
something like that.
Is it good? Is it worth watching?
I thought it was amazing. Like you get fucking pumped. You get fucking pumped for Timothy Chalamet, who's a Frenchman playing an English king, because he's about to go fight Robert Pattinson, who's an Englishman playing a French prince, and they're all doing amazing accents. They're killing it. And Henry's boys have his back by the end. There's this part where they're all chanting, they're like, Henry, Henry, and the chanting is like just perfect, and they're like stomping while they say it, and it becomes almost like a we will rock you kind of moment where you're like, oh, those French are in for it now. It's good.
That's hilarious that a French guy is playing the English king, and then the English guy is playing the French.
I think you'd like it, Taylor. I've seen it. I think you'd like it. I liked it, but it's really
just
up
looking
your
at these
alley.
stills, this looks like it's 100% up my alley as a type of movie.
When you hear Robert Pattinson start using that French accent, and like Timothy Chalamet comes in trying to speak some broken ass French, he's like, "Oh no, speak English.
Why is Taylor
I like
on alert?
English."
Taylor looks
He's
like
ugly.
my dog when there's a coyote outside. What was
that noise? What the fuck was that?
One sec.
See, he has a home invader. Taylor's about to handle shit.
I hope he's got his fucking.
Did you
longbow
see that?
handy.
He's like he went into predator mode.
His pizza just arrived. That's all it is. We're getting close to the end.
I don't think so. I don't
He's
think
like,
so.
Italian sausage.
I think he's strapped right now. All right, let's find out what happened.
That
Taylor,
was that spooked me. Like that, you know that sound where someone, like, you know those knockers on doors, the little piece of metal that you can pop pop pop. I don't have one of those, and I just heard that noise a dozen times. That's why.
Could it have been through your earpiece?
No, I took it off and I heard it from where my front door is, right there. I just went out there, opened my front door, looked around. No one there.
I told you. I saw this man slip into predator mode. I'm like, Taylor's, and you didn't have your headset on, but I was like, Taylor's gonna go handle shit right now. Handle shit.
That spooked me. That was not a noise I've ever heard.
So Taylor's spooked response is to go to the front door and chase the smoke. Now we know.
Well, you got. I'm not gonna.
I always go to the second level and get the vat of boiling oil. I'm ready.
I almost ran to my sunroom to my bow display and grabbed it.
You weren't here. I was like, he's strapped right now.
Oh, hold on, guys. I got to go handle business. I've got this karambit we got from a sponsor 9 years ago.
Turn around the other way. Turn around the other way. You're holding it wrong.
Oh.
I wouldn't put my finger in there. I'd be scared. Get broken off.
Well, the handle's not big enough to put your hand around unless you put your one finger in the thing.
Yeah,
otherwise, I'm grabbing onto the
your
blade.
finger off. I heard G. Gordon Liddy talk about how to take a pistol away from a man while ripping his finger off one time.
Damn, like, who's G. Gordon Liddy?
That happens.
I mean, he is a notorious bullshit artist, but he did perpetrate the Watergate break-in, but he did get caught doing so. So, you weigh and measure that one. I think he was in the military or something. He had a great radio show and just a tremendous voice, but I think he's a professional bullshit artist for the most part.
A lot of those out there.